Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Ben. We're back with another video, and as you can see, we're naked. Not naked, but you know what I'm saying. We're gonna do a little posing video today. A lot of you guys asked me, like, how do you do the vacuum? How'd you get so good at posing? And I thought I would just do a little posing tutorial video. Quick disclaimer, I have not competed yet. I have not worked with a posing coach. I'm not a professional poser. I've just learned by practicing posing constantly. I go to the gym, I take my shirt off, and I just practice posing in between sets after my workout. And that's what's really helped me learn how to pose a lot, is just my personal experience and practice. So many people ask me, how do you do the vacuum? How do you get so good at doing the vacuum? And to be honest, it's just practice. At the end of the day, it comes down to practicing the vacuum over and over again, holding it longer and longer, and you're gonna get better at it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, we're gonna do a little posing tutorial for you guys so you guys can learn how to pose, you know? So let's get into it. Okay, so first thing I wanna say is you're gonna find poses that work really well for you, and then you're gonna find poses that really don't work well for you. So you gotta find the poses that you like and the ones that fit your physique very well. And one that I found works very well for me is hitting a front double bicep with a vacuum. So that's going to be the first one we'll go through, is how to do that specific pose. So first thing comes down to your feet, I would say. You can just stand straight and hit a front double. You can just flex your abs, or you can vacuum. Can't vacuum and talk at the same time. Me personally, I think it looks better when I have my feet faced this way. So it starts with the feet, like I said. Get your feet planted. You can either just face them like this. You want to flex your quads. You want to have every muscle flexing. And one thing you want to do when you hit the actual front double, you got to flex your lats. The main thing that I try to get people to do when I get them to flex their lats is shoulders down and back. Pull your elbows back. Put your hands on your hips. And then bring your elbows forward without bringing your shoulders forward, if that makes sense. So shoulders down and back. Hands on the hips. And then bring your elbows forward. It's really key to learn how to flex your lats as early as possible, because flexing your lats in a front double and in a back double is gonna really bring out your V-taper and your whole physique in general. So plant your feet, like I said, quads flexed first, and then if you're just standing straight, I go like this so that I come back and I spread my lats before I even come up. So I go like this. See how my lats come out when I flex? That's why you go here. And like I said, I like to hit the vacuum personally, just because that's my strong point, is my vacuum. And another thing you want to do with the front double, let's just ignore the rest of my body right now, we'll go to my arms, right? So when you're hitting a front double, I personally think it looks a lot better when you bring your elbows slightly above, parallel. So I say bring them slightly above your shoulders, because it brings out the peak a lot more. A lot of people, their forearms, they bring their forearms down here, which just looks awful. You see the angle, it's like a 75-degree angle between my arm and my forearm. Just try to mimic exactly what I'm doing. So plant feet, bang. As opposed to this, you know, it's looks like shit, you know, but you come up here, you look a lot bigger. So that's the front double with either abs flex or a vacuum. Personally, I like the vacuum, but then we move to the next one. Another thing we'll get into later is transitions. So next pose I like to do is the side chest. Even though my chest is a weak point, I still think this pose makes me look a lot bigger. First thing is your feet. Once again, the poses are always going to start with your feet placement. So flex the calf, and then you want to take this back leg and squeeze it against your other leg, the back of your leg. So your hamstring is getting pushed out almost. Your hips are this way, but you want to open up so that your whole, you get that width, you know, your shoulder width. You come here and you open up, and this should be straight down to the ground, I think. And then this should be straight across, so a 90-degree almost. And then you bring this arm and hold your wrist. I come across my chest, so the back chest is getting squeezed. And I come here. Next pose is side tricep. So this could be done either the same way as this one, where your calf is flexed, hamstring pushed out, and then instead of going side chest, you take your fingers and you take right here, see that? Take your fingers like this hand, grab your fingers, then you push this arm out in front of you, but you push it straight down, right? And that's like a side tricep, but then you want to make sure you're doing something with your midsection. So either, once again, open yourself up and flex your abs like this, or sometimes what I like to do, once again with the vacuum. But me personally, I don't think the side triceps looks good with the leg like that. So what I like to do is I put this leg out here, flex my quad, and then I have my hips this way so my waist looks smaller. And I do the same thing where I'm here. Yeah, you can do either one for the side tricep, but that's how you do the side tri. And then next one we move into is the back double bicep. What I like to do is I like to slam my foot, just slam it. Flex the hamstring and the calf. Same thing with the lat spread. Shoulders down and back. Bring your shoulders in here. And then instead of doing a lat spread, you're just gonna do a front double basically, but you're doing a back double. So you're gonna flex your back and flex your arms and your biceps. So that's how it comes together like this. Shoulders back and down. Come in here. I'm honestly still working on my back double. I'm not very good at it. Your back's a pretty hard muscle to flex just because you can't really see it. So highly recommend taking videos of yourself posing so you can work on your weak points and get better. So next pose you could do is that lat spread basically. That's a lat spread. Then you come to the front and this is like the ab crunch. So me personally, I like to set my feet like this, and then kind of in a way I like to put my hips this way, because once again my waist isn't that small, so anytime I can try to shrink my waist, I'll do it. So I face my hips this way, flex my quad again, and I come up here, basically just arms over the head. It's almost like you kind of want to flex your lats, but not like a crazy amount, just so you get like more of a V taper when you're doing it. But something like this. So you can either do the abs or the vacuum. Once again, I usually do abs and then I pull my vacuum in because I think it looks dope. Those are like the main poses I'd say, and then obviously like if you're going for like the more aesthetic side like me, there's like the Ziz pose. So like this one you really need to practice because sometimes you look really stupid and sometimes you look like super aesthetic. So highly recommend practicing this one a lot because I know like me personally, at first I looked really dumb, but then once I learned how to do it right, like came together very well. This is more for like not bodybuilding, but like just to look aesthetic. That's what I'm trying to get out to you guys. Is I'm not really like a bodybuilder, but we're just aesthetic, you know. So this pose, kind of similar to the front double, I'd say. I try to put my feet like this, just because it looks. I think it looks like dope, to be honest. Cause like flex the quad, you know, like this. Hips are this way, and so you basically just gotta flow with it, and you gotta find like your pose that fits you. So like some of you guys might have like crazy abs, you know, but me personally, my abs aren't the craziest, you know, so I like to vacuum, you know. So in most of my poses I'm gonna hit a vacuum just because it looks a lot better than my abs. So like once again I'll hit like a just something like that. It's like it's almost like you're shooting an arrow. That's what I try to visualize, like you're shooting an arrow in a way. So like imagine you like pulling back an arrow. You know, because basically, when it goes back to it, like the Greek gods had like fucking arrows, you know, like they fucking shooting shit because they're freaking gods, bro. So, you know, it's like they're gonna shoot an arrow in the sky. So that's why I try to visualize. And then if I do like a posing routine, you know, you could just like do some crazy shit like that. It looks cool. But here, and then sometimes you can go like this. Show like the X frame, you know, like your legs are out, V tapers up, and you just go like this. So those are like the aesthetic poses. Now we can talk about like transitioning, because that's where it really like comes together. Like if you're taking a video of yourself, that's where you really want to learn like transitions. Because if you can like transition very well, you don't have to like cut your video, you know? Like that's like one thing I'm trying to learn right now is like good transitions. So this is what I've gotten together. You guys probably see all my posing routines all the time. But first I'll hit a front double. First transition, I'm here, I straighten that out, and I twist. And I drag my foot right into the position for the side chest. So then I'm already here to go. And usually, sometimes I'll even hold my vacuum the entire time, because when you hit a vacuum in the side chest pose, it still looks pretty decent. So I'm here. And it's very smooth. And then from here, right, is where I come. I bring this arm around. I push that foot out and side try. Then I go here. I slam that foot, hamstring popping, calf popping, and go right into the back double. Then I'll spin around. Once again, I'll slam my foot just to show the quads, and then come all the way up. And then sometimes what I'll do is after I hit the front double, I'll go into like a Ziz pose, like a Greek god pose. So I'll go from like here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn, you gotta switch it up, you gotta practice. I'm out of breath, to be honest. One thing, posing, at first, it's gonna suck because you're gonna be out of breath after like 2 seconds every single time. But once you keep doing it, you'll build up like a better like cardiovascular, I guess, I don't know. Like one thing I noticed with the vacuum, I can hold it a lot longer now, probably for like 30 seconds, which is sick. But yeah, that's the main poses and the transitions. But like I said, like just watching this video isn't really going to make your posing phenomenal. This is just like a basic tutorial, just like how to do the poses, and just looking at me to give you a good idea of how you should do it. But then once again, like you just need to practice, you need to put yourself out there, go to the gym, flex in between sets, practice your posing, and maybe even just do a whole posing session after your workout. Take like 10-15 minutes out of your day and just practice posing. Because it's really gonna help you look like a fucking Greek god. Because at the end of the day, if you want to be a Greek god, you gotta practice to become a Greek god. And that's what I'm trying to get out there to you guys. I'm trying to build an army of Greek gods out there. So if you're trying to join the army of Greek gods, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe for more stuff. But yeah, that's about it for this vid. I hope you guys could learn something from this tutorial. You know, we're just posing. That's all the poses, guys. So see you guys in the next vid. Peace!